Alright, hey, Ben Swam here at Disc Golf Birmingham, and we are in Kansas for GBO. And as promised, we're going to do a few in the bag videos. This is the stuff that we're carrying out here on these windy courses at Emporia. And today we have Municipal Disc Golf Course, which is the biggest one that we'll play. We'll start with my putters. I carry a couple of classic soft Huck Lab stamped Wardens by Dynamic Disc. I was putting with P2s up until a couple of days ago, and I switched back to the Wardens because I just wasn't having the success that I was having with Wardens before. So got a cool blue and white pair here of DD Huck Lab stamped Wardens. Minis, carry a couple minis. Got a nice scented orange DD embossed mini and a Rockin' Pandemonium yellow mini that we got at Bowling Green last year. Got a couple of extra putters or approach discs. This is the Champ Glow Whale by Innova. It's got a double stamp on it for the Magic City Mega Bowl CFR stamp. This thing, I've been throwing this for about 2 weeks now. It's a great approach disc, long putts. I kind of stand with the side stance and throw it up like I would a mid-range or something. But it's very floaty and it flies straight, kind of with the nose up. And I have hit quite a few big putts with it over the last couple of weeks. And of course, this is a DX Zephyr. It's a super class disc. Mine is a 173, which is a little lighter than most people throw, but I find for me it's a great approach disc and slash putter. I've had some pretty good putts with this, and I've had some really good approach shots with this. I like it because if I throw it far, it still lands really flat because it's so glidey. It tends to not roll around, and it tends not to flip over, so it tends to just land kind of like that, and that's what I like about it. We'll do mid-ranges next. This is a Star Coyote by Innova. This is a nice straight mid-range for me. It's kind of an older mold, and I know a lot of people, they say, what is that? And I tell them it's a Coyote, and they're like, I've never heard of that before. So if you've never thrown one, check one out. Next mid is a Champ Glow Rock 3 from the, it's got the Flying Disc Championship, the 40th Annual Alabama State Flying Disc Championship logo on it. I got this at a tournament last fall. This is a great disc. It's a little bit stable for me, and I like that because I can throw it a long way and I know it's going to finish left. Next is a disc I just picked up last week. This is a 20-year rock, Star Rock. I've had some pretty good throws with this. I keep calling it hashtag 20-year. Every time I have a great throw with it. Just started throwing this about a week ago. It's awesome. This is a Star Mako. This is definitely one of my go-to discs. It's great for approach shots that I need to go to the right, or drives where there's a hard right turn. This is another one. If you've never thrown a Mako before, you should get a hold of one. Next is a Star Kite. This I use kind of more like a fairway driver, even though it's technically a mid-range, but I kind of throw it with the distance of a fairway driver. It makes a nice S for me. Worm, if you're out there, you know what the kite's about. So if y'all want to see what a kite can really do, check with Worm. He will show you quickly that this thing, he throws it a lot further than I do, but this is a very dependable disc for me. Next up, this is a first run DD Verdict. This is a very overstable mid-range for me. I like to use it when I have to have a shot that is got to finish hard left. Sometimes I use it to go around obstacles, things like that. Or if it's windy, if I have a headwind, especially here in Kansas, which you have a lot of headwinds, I will throw this kind of like I would throw a rock, but with the expectation that the wind is going to straighten it out for me, because like I said, it is very overstable. Next, you got some drivers. This is a T-Bird 3, G-Star T-Bird 3 by Innova. Just a kind of a long, straight, stable left finish for me. I use it for kind of long fairway shots or approach shots where I'm too far out for a mid-range. This is an Air St. Pro. You're going to notice a lot of air disc in my bag because I throw a lot of air discs. This is an Air St. Pro by Latitude 64. This is a very straight, long flyer for me and has a nice, stable finish every single time, even in the wind. This is a Latitude 64 Mall. We just got this at Bowling Green. This is definitely an understable driver. It has a nice slow right-hand turn when I throw it right-hand backhand, and it's a very nice disc so far. This is probably my go-to driver for most shots. This is a Air Escape. This is a very long, straight flying disc for me. The wind, if it's a headwind, it tends to beat it up a little bit, and so I have to throw that St. Pro. But most of my drives are being thrown with this Air Escape. This is Air Renegade by Didi. This is more understable than the Escape, and sometimes if the wind is not bad, I will throw this to gain a little distance out of my drive. This is, here's another Air Escape. It's just a different stamp. It's just like the yellow one. I got it in my bag in case we're going to play around a lot of water today, so in case something goes wrong, I'll have this for the backup. This is a custom stamped or dyed Champ Mamba by Innova. I've been throwing this whenever there's a tailwind. It seems to be working well. I can't throw this into a headwind at all because it is extremely understable and it will flip over and never come back. Same with this Air King. When I have a tailwind, I've been throwing this and get pretty good distance out of it. If there's a headwind, I can definitely not throw this disc. That's another Air Renegade. Same reason, a lot of water today, so I have some backups. And then last but not least are my two headwind discs. This is a Air Trespass. It is a very overstable driver for me, and so when I throw it into the wind, I tend to still be able to get some good distance and not have that hard fade. So I've been making good use of this at Bowling Green and here in Kansas. And this is a West Side World. If the headwind is really strong, I will throw this. I don't really have the arm for this disc, but in the wind, it tends to go pretty far and it does not get beat up very bad by the wind. What else is in the bag? Let's see. We got cool Didi water bottle, towels, and of course, the player book that you need to have with you when you're on the course. And I got some snacks and little things like that, but that's pretty much it. So, I don't know, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.